All right, that was weird. Hey guys, so I'm back. It is the end of the day. So I'm here to review both the powder foundation and the new Marc Jacob, what is it called? I should know. The bronze brush. So I want to do a quick high and low before I get into this. So high, I got to leave work a little early today. Low, my pants zipper broke when I came back to my apartment. So I pray that I don't have to get up during this video and move around or adjust anything, because that will be embarrassing. If things fall, they will just lay on the floor. This review is done. So I did want to check in at the end of the day and give you guys an update, kind of what I thought about the powder in the brush, how it wore throughout the day, things that I was just noticing. So I'll start with the brush, and I'm going to grab the box quickly. I'm just going to gracefully bend over. So I love the brush, not gonna lie. This is a great brush. But for $80, this bad boy is not going to do everything that I wanted it to do. And I'm the type of person that's okay with that, right? So I think it does a great job for just doing like powder all over the face. I don't know what type of bristles these are. There's no packaging in the box that contains any sort of like wording about the brush. But I mean, if you take a look at it, it's pretty dense. I don't know if it's gonna focus, but it's pretty dense, which I really like. Turn that off. But to that point though, I think the brush is better served if you're just patting something all over the face versus wanting to get, and that's also provides fuller coverage, right? If you're wanting something that is going to give more of a softer finish, let's say like for a contour or for a blush, I do not recommend using this brush or using the brush by itself. I think in terms of the whole entire like baking craze, this would be good because you're just taking a bunch of powder and you're packing it on, right? I noticed when I put my contour on this morning, I like dipped into the product, put a little here, and then it just stayed there. So the brush is doing what I need for it to do. I just shouldn't be using it in that way. So I think though for $80, it's bomb, and it's fine if it only does one thing for me. I will not complain. I don't care that much. So great brush, great product. I really like it. All right. And I might not have the box near me for this one, but this is, I'm going to go over the dual finish. Ah, I do. Perfect. All right, let me check the packaging quickly. And just to let you guys know what you get in the box, because I didn't go over this earlier, a little thingamajig that has words on it. This is the powder puff that comes inside the case, and then you get an additional one, which is nice. That's very considerate. This just says it is a multitasking powder and foundation all in one. So I have a lot of thoughts on this powder, but at the end of the day, my review is that I would recommend it to anyone that was thinking about getting just a good like finishing setting powder, or just wanted a nice powder foundation, and I'll tell you guys why. So in terms of dry application, I think the product handled itself well. I did use a primer underneath, so I think in doing that, you allow the product to really stick onto that surface. I was looking at my face earlier, and I'll put some pictures in here at some point that just kind of highlights that this was the dry application side and this was the wet application side, that the coverage overall I think was awesome. I will say though, lighting matters. So I do have discoloration on my skin, and it's not something that when I go to work I want to have like a fully flawless face every day. I'm okay if some stuff is showing, whatever. I would rather enjoy just the process of putting on the makeup and getting ready for the day versus trying to get everything and look completely flawless. I don't really work in an environment where that's necessary, and it becomes a waste of time / trivial to a certain extent, because like me doing my makeup can take up to 20 minutes in the morning, and I enjoy the 20 minutes when I'm doing what I want to do, right? So this powder, lighting matters. The lighting for me at my job is not the best. So, because I do know that I have discoloration in certain parts of my face, I was kind of bummed out when I was in the restroom earlier today and I was looking around and I was like, this powder did not hold up. I am not happy. I don't want this much showing throughout the day. I am irritated. And then I came home and I looked at the lighting in my apartment. I'm looking at the same foundation. I haven't touched anything up. And I'm like, oh, it's held up pretty good. I mean, like, what am I complaining about, right? So I would say take that into consideration. Another thing about the powder, I'll say, so it's cold here in Philly, and I have this huge scarf that's like this big. Like it just takes out half my face. And so it's a gray scarf, but there are just like little brown patches that get on it throughout the week because it's constantly rubbing up against my foundation. I did notice like in certain parts, kind of like here along the line of my chin, you can see a little bit more discoloration. Side note, the contour held up pretty well. I don't really know if the highlighter is there. It's there a little bit. So also would recommend those products. Side note. The glitter didn't bother me too much, but you can kind of notice on this part of my face that a little bit of that foundation is gone. But I think because overall just the color matched me so well, it wasn't something that, I mean, you can tell when people do not have the right color foundation on. And when that wears away and their natural skin color comes through, you're like, homie, maybe we should have picked another color or tried something else. So I think that because just overall the color matched me pretty well over my entire face, I should add too, because I usually don't wear just one color foundation. It didn't really bother me too much when I got home. The fact that I did see myself in poor lighting like pretty early on in the day, I was like, confidence just went down a little bit. But whatever, it perked right back up. So another thing that I've noticed is that I don't think I tend to get too oily or too greasy, but I'm noticing a lot of that is coming through with this particular powder and this particular formula. I haven't blotted at all today, so I will post a picture. I did a quick little video of me like moving my face around. You can just see like the shine all over. I mean, how would I classify my skin? I do get a little oily in the T-zone throughout the day, so probably just like normal combination oily skin, whatever the proper terminology is. I'm pretty sure I'm combo skin. But again, that wouldn't really stop me too much. I do think overall, considering how hot it's going to be in the summer, the way I see myself using this product, I'll say, is that one, I think it's a fantastic setting powder, probably over any foundation that I own. And I own a variety of different colors and formulas and layers of coverage, levels of coverage, excuse me. So I think this is like the perfect setting powder, even though I do have my little like mixture that I use. I mean, I could see myself putting this on first and then maybe doing a little bit of like baking with this instead now, because I am using that Airspun and I'm using that white NYX powder. It ends up being lighter than my skin, and I have baked with this before and I think it looks great. So I can see myself, if I want to use it every day and just feel luxurious with the powder brush, put all over the face, bake with the lighter powder mixture that I've got going on. Another way that I see myself using this, I think it would honestly make a great weekend foundation. That's a catch-22 though, I'll say, because I honestly have about maybe 10 to 15 different foundations that I need to review pretty soon, which is why the On the Way to Work series is great, because I can get through this stuff a little bit faster. So I just have so many products that I have to go through that by the time I get back to just wearing the foundations that I just want to wear and enjoy, it's going to be a while. So I would rather use it to a certain extent, and this, I don't think on the weekends, because that's when I do my longer videos, and I'll be able to use it just as an all-day foundation. But I'll probably slap this on over most foundations that I do wear throughout the week. So once things, calm down in the foundation department, I will be moving back to this. I think it just creates such a nice, natural, just beautiful, natural looking look to it, for lack of better terms. It's great. And even though that I have like my own discoloration, hyperpigmentation, it doesn't bother me. This is like one of those things you put it on, you're like, I am getting ready. I am putting luxurious awesomeness all over my face. And that's enough confidence boosting when I go out the door. Even though honestly, like on the weekends, it's really hard for me to wear makeup. I love not wearing makeup, period. So yeah, I think it's a great product. I will say, in terms of the weather, because I did mention that earlier, I think that I will have a harder time wearing this product potentially on its own once it becomes a lot warmer here, because I could see it kind of like melting off of my face. I do think though, because it can be applied in a wet state, not to be kind of gross, that sweat, that oil, whatever have you, will help the powder adhere a little bit better versus other powders where it's not able to be used in that wet state. Yeah, I think this will help it adhere. I feel like those other powders just kind of melt off the face, and like we've experienced that. So I'm definitely gonna have to make a note to circle around and try this out in July. But for now, it's amazing. And if I don't mention it in every video, if I use another powder, please call me out on it, because that means I'm not using this enough. And I just want, like, I almost want to buy a second one to like put up on this magical shelf of just things that I want to display, because I love this packaging. So yeah, thank you for watching. I definitely give this a double thumbs up. Everything that I tried today, even using this white highlight powder from City Color, it's pretty dang white. Yeah, even that's not, it's not bad. So cool. Thank you for watching. I think I still look pretty good. I'm like checking myself out. I like it. I like what I see. Side note though, I'm noticing that my mascara is kind of just like hanging out in these wonderful bags under my eyes. Oh, that's another thing. I didn't conceal with this powder today, but I'm not really sure, even like looking now, like it is dark around the eye. I could almost let it slide. Again, I just think there's something about when you're putting on a product that you love or that you enjoy or that you just consider to be luxurious, like putting this on, honestly, is enough. I don't need to like get the little triangles under my eyes going and bake and highlight and contour, like beat the face to the gods when I have this on. I mean, I only wore contour today because I just wanted to try out the product. So I could have not worn it and it would have been fine. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any comments or feedback, I would love to hear them. Check the blog at some point. I'm going to try and get around to figuring out a better way to upload content, like I was saying earlier. So I miss writing. I have so much stuff I have to put up there, and I don't want what I originally designed to just be videos only. But in the meantime, there will be a lot of videos. All right, take care, you guys.